Hey. I done came up, busting down.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Mabel Dustin. Please subscribe down below. I usually post whenever I want, not super scheduled, but I will soon choose a day to post. It's going to happen one day. So if you clicked on this video, you already know what I'm talking about. I am talking about my Disney Channel audition. It all started in beginning of 8th grade. I was 13 years old. I was listening to the radio. It said, if you want to be a Disney Channel star, call now. We're having a casting in Nashville at this hotel. All ages, just call this number and you can set it up. So I called my dad. I was like, yo dad, I really want to do this. I did a lot of theater growing up. I was very theatrical. So it wasn't like my parents were caught off guard by me wanting to audition for Disney. They expected it. They knew that I wanted to be an actor. Hollywood's very corrupt, especially right now. If you are up to date on some things, a lot of just very sad things have come out recently with a lot of Hollywood appreciated people. So it's kind of sad. Also, speaking on that, I really want to make some conspiracy theory videos. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that by liking this video, because I love conspiracy theories and I'd love to talk about them, or just things that are not very well known that I think people would like to hear about. So let me know by liking this video if you would like me to do a video on those. Okay, moving on. So my dad found out that it was legit and he was like, yeah, you can audition, I will take you. And I was like, great. My dad called, they set up my audition, whatever. And they pretty much said you need to come prepared with a monologue. Wasn't new to me. I've done monologues before, so I was like, okay, cool. A couple months passed. I went to the audition with my dad and my best friend Marisa at the time. They said that you'd be auditioning in front of a Disney star. And I was like, Hannah Montana, Zach and Cody, like, yes, I want to audition in front of a Disney star. These past months, I've been trying to figure out what monologue I wanted to do, like, what would be great just to, like, show them that I've got talent, like, you know. And the monologue I chose to do was one that I wrote. Yeah, so there's that. It was a monologue about how much brothers play Xbox. Now I have a brother and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so quirky, this is so Disney Channel. I can pretend I'm at lunch and I'm in high school as a 13-year-old and I'm staying with my gal pals and we're talking about how brothers love Xbox. Don't you? It's so relatable. So I made up a monologue and I was like, perfect, this is gonna be great. So I practiced it, whatever. I was like, here we go. I come into the audition full confidence. I got this shit. This will be great. Go in there, they give me a number, whatever, and there's this big room. It's full of kids my age, some kids younger, whatever. About probably 500 to 800 people, I would say. We waited about 30 minutes, and then this guy comes out, and he's like, hello everyone, welcome. We're so glad you made it. A lot of you guys are excited to see who this Disney star we brought in today is. So we're gonna bring him out. All right, Phil Lewis, Mr. Mosby from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And I was like, oh my God. They have this whole pipe and drape set up in the corner of the room, and then in the back of the room they have 5 or 6 tables with talent agents. So they call you up by number, and when I get up, I take my dad and Marisa, and we go to the back, and the guy's like, all right kid, what other talents do you have besides acting? What's your name? Whatever. And I was like, I'm Mabel Dustin, hi, I'm 13 years old, I'm from Nashville. And he's like, oh, you're a local. And I was like, I am. And he was like, man, I gotta love a good local, gotta love a good Southern belle. And I was like, yeah, you do. Sweet tea, y'all. Chicken and biscuits. Like, I am not from Nashville. I was born in Connecticut. I just turned on that Southern charm so quick. I was trying to be Miley Stewart, okay? So don't give me shit for it. He was like, what other talents do you have, kid? And I was like, well, I can sing. So he was like, all right, bust out a song. Let's hear a little something. And I was like, oh God. Okay. If you are familiar with theater, if you are in the theatrical department, being caught off guard is everything. If you are getting auditioned, you always are prepared. So you best believe I had a song already prepared just in case they asked me to bust out a tune. The song that I chose was Don't Stop Believin'. You got that right. Don't Stop Believin'. That song that plays at all the father-daughter dances and all the weddings. I just busted out a couple bars, you know, whatever. And he was like, wow, that was so good. Yes. Oh my gosh. And he goes, wait, come here. And my dad and Marisa and I were like, what's up? And he was like, listen, like, honestly, I really like you. Your name is great. You can sing. You got a lot of spunk to you. You're a Southern belle. I'm gonna put something on your little sheet here, okay? I want you to go to Phil and tell him that Michael, I don't remember his name, whatever his name is, tell him that Michael says she's the one. Now, I was just ecstatic. I was like, oh yeah, Michael, I got you, don't worry. So we go back to our seats and we wait until it's my turn to go and audition for Phil Lewis. And I'm like, I'm so nervous, I'm so ready, but my boy Michael's got me, like, I got this. My dad was like, don't worry, Mabel, you'll do fine, just give it all you got, like, even if you don't get it, it's okay.
No, Dad, I got this. I'm gonna be a Disney star, okay? Dad.
And I get in there, it's Phil Lewis and another guy. And so I'm like, hey, I'm Mabel Dustin, I'm from Nashville. Here's what this guy told me to give you. I gave him the paperwork. And I'm like, ready to go, like getting in character for my 1-minute monologue of being a high school tween that has annoying brothers about Xbox. Getting in character, you know. He was like, oh, Mabel, it says here that, like, that guy Michael really liked you. Did he want you to say anything? And I was like, yeah, actually he did, you know, not that big of a deal. He just like wanted me to tell you that, like, I was the one. I don't know what that means, but you know. And he was like, oh, okay, all right. And he like leaned back. Okay, so what are you performing for us? And I was like, well, Phil, I hope you don't mind. I like wrote my own monologue. And he was like, okay, yeah, great, go for it. So I got into character, went like this. So after my monologue, I even did the whole like scene, like. And he was like, wow, that was really good. Wow, that's awesome. I'm like, thank you. Thank you, Phil. Thanks, man. He was like, okay, well, we will get back to you. And I was like, okay, cool, thank you. And so I left. Also, side note, I didn't know, I knew that I was auditioning for a Disney show, but they didn't tell me which one or if it was for like a couple shows. They wanted to like narrow down some actors and then bring them to LA and have them audition for several shows, and then they just place you. They didn't really make it prominent what they were doing, but it was for some kind of Disney show movie thing. So don't ask me what show it was for, no clue. So like a couple weeks passed and it was like the end of the month and I was expecting a phone call that week. And then my dad got a call saying that they're going to be calling us at Wednesday at noon to give us some information about my audition. And so I knew Wednesday, noon. So I was in my science class. So I was like sitting there and I was so nervous and they all knew about my audition. I think the entire class, like the entire grade probably knew about my audition, because why wouldn't I tell everyone I auditioned for Phil Lewis? Like what? That's just something I would do in 8th grade probably. And it was like 12:30 and I was like, okay, I have to do something about this. I have to get out of class. And so like I snuck my phone and I was like, can I go to the bathroom or something? And the teacher was like, yeah, go ahead. So I called my dad and I was like, Dad, what's the sitch? Like tell me like what happened. And my dad was like, okay. So, good news. And I was like, I know, Dad, get the plane tickets. When am I flying out to LA? Let's do this shit. Let's book this shit. I gotta tell everyone. you know. I was ready. I was like, drop me out of school. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get homeschooled. Like, let's go. So then my dad was like, all right, so they called us. They said that you made it. And I was like, oh my gosh, yay. I was like, I'm so excited. They're like, now, they chose very few people out of the bundle they got. They're very limited and they want to make sure that they have like best kids and that they are making good grades in school. And right when my dad said that, I knew what he was gonna say. Now, a little backstory. If you can't tell, I have ADHD. And in middle school, I wasn't taking medication for it. So during this time, I was not on medication. I was not getting special help or anything for my ADHD. And I was not great in school. I was the kid that would walk around, get up, do whatever, like literally just be loud and talk to everyone and was just always cracking jokes and did not care pretty much. Like that was me. So my grades were not always, how do you say, good? So my dad was like, listen, they really want kids with all A's and a couple B's because they don't want it to be a problem living in LA and having to be homeschooled and figuring out school if you're already struggling. So they asked my dad how my grades are. He told them that I was not the hottest student in the grade, and they said, all right, what kind of grades did she get? And he told him, and they were like, man, I'm sorry, like, I just don't think it's gonna work. We really want these kids to be very good in school. I started crying and I was like, no. And my dad was like, I'm sorry, it just isn't gonna work out. So I was like really sad, y'all. I was so sad. I was like crying, and this teacher was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She was like, you need to go to the bathroom. I was like, yeah. So I like was crying, and I came back to class, and like Abigail and Ava were like, what happened? What happened? Did you make it? Did you make it? Did you make it? And I was like, I don't talk about it. And they're like, come on, tell me, did you make it? Just tell me if you made it. And then Ava was like, she didn't make it, Mabel, stop. That's why she's upset, just stop. And Abigail was like, did you not make it? And I was like, no, I made it. And they were like, oh my God, and they were like freaking out. And I was like, just stop. I was like, no, don't want to talk about it. Being so dramatic, you know? But yeah, that's kind of a sad story thinking about it, but that's how I auditioned for Disney, and that's how I met Phil Lewis. Super weird story. Don't understand. I'm kind of glad, obviously, like, I'm glad I didn't live in LA and become a Disney star, because, I mean, you could have me turning out like Bella Thorne. Good God, that would be horrific. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Please like this video if you thought it was fun. If you want to see more story times, I got a bundle of them in my... That was stupid. I should just... Okay, if you want to see another story time, let me know. I got a lot of them. Some I don't know if I should put on the internet, but I may just, because whatever. Okay, I will see you guys next time.